So I'm back on the little MG today. Me and Dad put the hood on earlier. He was talking about the hoods. The hood was too tight. Get in. So the frame slots into the B pillar. This flops forward, and that flops forward as well. You slide the bar into the hooks at the back. Put the you don't need to put these in yet, but I did. And you pull it forward while it's got some slack on it. In fact, I'll show you. If I do this, see, some slack now. So then that just latches over. The latch is there. Like that. And then once you got that done, you just push this bar back so it locks into place. Which is really awkward to do one-handed. You just push the bars up like that, so lock themselves in. And that's it, that's the hood on. So we've just done that. We're going to let it stretch for a bit because it's brand new, and that's why it's a bit tight. And if you're using older fella, so that might be why you find it hard to fit. But yeah, so that's done. Now I'm on to the door seals. Got the don't do door seals, here it is, yeah? Don't think the doors are going to fit, to be honest. Because you can see here the seals being done, but instead of cutting them out and putting them in properly, we just put them over the top. So now that's twice the thickness it should be. So by the time you get that in, the door might not close. But there's only one way to find out, so I'm going to start pulling the seals with this side. Or should I do the other side first? The other side's got to do it. Might do the other side first. And then I do the other side first. You see, I'm going to fit the seal in. Got that cap's already off. There's a screw missing. It's not actually there, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. There's a clip missing here. But yeah, so I'm going to see if I can make a door seal fit. So here it is started. It pushes over for the lip. Down there, in the corner. I've got my rubber knock stick. I'll knock it in the corner. So just get a tappy tap. Seat it in. Something like that. Takes a shape. Don't know how well you saw that because I wasn't paying attention to the camera. But yeah, I'm just going to do that all the way up there, and I'll come back when it's up there. So the door seal's in. I haven't cut it off yet because, to be honest, I don't think the door's going to shut. But we never know until we try. So first try, let's actually see. That was unexpected. Genuinely, really unexpected. Ah. Did not expect. Genuinely did not expect that. That's a little bit. Just noticed that's a little bit lot of catches there. Hold on, I'm filming myself. So I just noticed that's a bit down. But yeah, the door shuts. Huh. Winner. So I'll cut that off, put the cap on, and do the other side. So both door seals are done. I'll show you that side. I've already shown you that side, so show you this side. In, done and dusted. Now has door seals. And it shuts. Caps are still horrendous, but not really anything we can do with that. Next job is to just been on the phone to them, spoke to them about doing what he wants to do, make sure we don't run away on cost for it. And he's mentioned that well, I noticed that the rev counter doesn't work properly when you start it. It's taken over like $3,000, but it's not. And he's saying when he's driving it, you'd be driving along at 40 miles an hour and it'd be saying it's over it in the red. Another thing I did is I fixed the need a space room, a washer space room behind it because I was slack and flopping around it to do my head in. But yeah, so I'm going to have a look at the tacho or the rev counter, whatever you want to call it, see if I can figure out why that's reading so wrong. And then he also mentioned the speedo might be out, so I'm going to have to go and have a look at that, see whether I can figure out why, if it is reading wrong. But yeah, just thought I might as well show you what the rev counter is doing. So yeah. 5. You can see there. I would say that's probably 15. It's reading about 1,000 RPM faster, so have a look at that. So I'm on with the rev counter at the minute. The way these rev counters work, is they take, you see that loop, I can't get there, where it loops around the back. They don't actually have a solid connection. They use this loop technique to like transmit. I don't know, it catches it and transmits it and stuff. It's kind of complicated, and there's resistors and stuff inside, and they can get knocked out of calibration. So some people have said, I've just had a quick look on the internet, see if there's a way to calibrate them, but it seems to be that they need to be sent off or replaced. But a few people have said that you can take these, reduce the number of coils, and it might fix it overreading, but I'm going to try it and see what happens. I don't know. I'll report back. So I've had a look at the rev counter, the taco, whatever you want to call it. I've tried the wiring technique, changing the loop in the wire. It doesn't work for us. It's looking more like it needs to be reconned or recalibrated. It's not something, it's something I could do here, but with its customer's money, it would be more cost effective for him to just send it off and get it reconned by someone who knows what they're doing with all the kit, instead of having me pull it apart, find out all the parts. Because next thing you know, when you recon it, next thing you know, you'll be up to like 4 hours, and you can buy a new reconned recalibrated one for 160 quid. You'd soon spend that in time alone, like. So let's speak to the customer, see what he wants to do, see if he wants to leave it, or see if he wants to get it sent off and recalibrated, or buy a new one. And then next job I think I'm going to be doing is the carpets. Got new carpets to go in because these ones are looking very tired. They're over there in that box. It says fragile. So I'm going to break the pop top off. That's a poor choice of words, but I'm going to take the pop top off. Like that. Pop. Take the pop top off, and is it popped off? Yeah, just take the top off, and start pulling the seats and the interior out so I can change the carpets. In fact, I'm going to do that in the next video. So you'll see me in next video doing the taking the top off. Well, you might not see us take the top off, whatever. Taking the interior out and the carpets out. Otherwise, again, this one's going to be quite a long video. So I will see you in the next video, and hope you're enjoying this little mini series. And hopefully, if we get more stuff like this, these are just my earphones, then I might be able to do more little series like this. And if not, we can do it with your own stuff. Yeah. Woohoo! Yeah. Catch you in a bit. I hope you're enjoying it, and if you are, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and all that stuff. I don't like saying it, but it needs to be said. Enjoy it.